go over to LinkedIn, see if it's working there. It's working so smooth today. Who knows what that means? And we got sound, we got video, we got everything right now. Okay, I got some people. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm John Miglosh for the Wisconsin DMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. Let's start off with something I just really liked, and I think it's a message we need to hear. So we'll start out with a Nivea commercial. I don't know what Nivea even is, but I like the commercial, so you can tell me in the comments. Oops. Oh, this thing is...
16 years ago, my twin sister and I were born. 9 weeks too early. My sister had a hole in her heart and could not breathe by herself. My parents were desperate. The doctors were helpless. She became so weak, it seemed all hope was lost. But then, a nurse had the idea to put my sister next to me in the incubator. Although of course I can't remember it, I touched and held her. And right after that, she got stronger.
We're built for touch.
I survived because of my sister's touch.
Nothing is more powerful than human touch. So, and that's a very touching story, I just want to say. And so think about that in your advertising. Think about that story. Think about storytelling. And that's not the only thing advertising needs to do. But it's an important thing. You know, they laughed when I sat down at the piano until I began to play. That's the headline for one of the most successful ads that ever ran. So, now let's go over and look at Aunt Jemima. Here's the new reveal of Aunt Jemima. Remember? A smiling woman on the bottle, you know, as iconic as Betty Crocker and even longer lasting. And now they've got a picture of a building and Pearl Milling Company. Reminds me of Hodgson Mills, which is the same idea. But, you know, I grew up with Aunt Jemima, and I love Aunt Jemima. I love Log Cabin, too, I should say, those two. And Log Cabin's a picture of a building, so maybe it doesn't matter. Probably doesn't matter. I just think it's astounding that, for what reason I don't know, they would trash something that's been around for 120 years and think that this would be the same, because it looks just like a generic something that Aldi would make up. Anyway, welcome your thoughts. Wonderful to hear from you. And let's get over to the PDFs of the world. Okay, one of the big winners in the pandemic was the people bought antennas. I got my son-in-law to buy an antenna. He had a wall-sized TV, and you know, we went to the hardware store and got one for like $10. I said, and in Minneapolis, you can get like 20, 30, 50, 100 channels. I don't know, some ridiculous number. So we watched the Super Bowl over the air, and it was just perfect, crystal clear. I guess there was lots of other ways to watch it. The greatest jump was in the 18 to 34-year-olds, which is about where he was, except maybe a year more. But, you know, they doubled. They went up more than 100% in buying antennas. Who would have thought you could run your TV without paying cable? Right? Look at that. 18 to 34-year-olds didn't even know that you could get an antenna and watch TV without that. And then you hit the input button on your remote, and away you go. The least, Hispanics had it all figured out. They only went up 2%. And Asians had it all figured out. And a very thrifty, you know, you can tell who's got it figured out and who doesn't. Scott Adams says when you're 18, you're the dumbest you'll ever be. Or something like that. Okay, let's go over to Every Door Direct. Every Door Direct is basically joining the DMA's DMAchoice.org, Direct Marketing Association, has connected their suppression tool as part of the existing DMA Choice. So if you had already opted out of the other category of direct mail, apparently they give you several categories, then I've never opted out because I love direct mail. But if you've opted out, then you are automatically, if a mailer chooses to, apparently, or a printer, you're opted out of Every Door Direct. I'm not sure. There's a new thing the Postal Service is going to offer to customers. Maybe it's going to just be in your mail. There's a QR code you can scan or a barcode that says, I want to be opted out. And I guess it's a good thing, Every Door Direct only amounts to about 5% of all the mail. I think it's a great idea. They're rolling it out nationwide. It hasn't been. Apparently, it's just been in testing. I've asked a couple of USPS salespeople if they'd like to come on the show and explain Every Door Direct to you all in detail. But I told my style consultant about it, who works at a retail establishment, and they're using it, and they think it's great. That you can do for basically the cost of a click. You can do a mailer to everybody around your place. Great value. I didn't know the DMA even existed. Direct Marketing Association. They changed their name about 5 years ago to the Data and Marketing Association, which I thought was, the only thing worse than direct marketing might be data and marketing. So I don't know. I think Ray Schultz wrote this, so Ray should know. I don't know. It doesn't say who wrote it. So no, Ray wrote this one. Okay, let's go on. Donors prefer email for nonprofit messaging. That's Ray Schultz, my friend Ray. Hey, Ray. Maybe I'll connect you. It said 48%. Why put a digit on there when you don't even tell me how many you called? More than 100, I guess. Preferred email for communication. 21% like direct mail for communication, we should say. But 32% make donations via email. I'm not sure how that would even be done. I don't know. I've never paid something directly. I've gone to their website. So maybe unprompted, 43% will go to the website, but maybe this 32 says they go to the website. But 31% say they use the envelope. Don't some of the direct mail people go to the website? Probably those are incorporated in the 43%. So I would say, Ray, I have some questions for your study, but it sounds to me like direct mail may be actually raising more money than email, and it wouldn't surprise me at all. Anyway, here's a case study from Sir Speedy about another nonprofit, doesn't mention who, and they decided to use a greeting card format and got a 30% increase over the prior year in increase in donations. Is that a case study? Not to me. Is that direct marketing? Not to me. Why do I say that? I say that because, they only mailed out 15,000, which is barely statistically significant. Did they have a control? Did they compare it to last year? Did they do a holdout test where some of these were not mailed and we can compare their donations over last year? No. As far as I can tell, if it is, it isn't mentioned. And this is one of the problems in just selling mail. We sell mail without the context of direct marketing, and we do so to our peril because, depending on how their attribution is handled, like that last article, they drop a cookie on something from the website, and all of a sudden the mail doesn't get any credit for driving people to the web. According to that article, only the envelope. But the envelope, 31% like to use the envelope. Got that? I made a charitable contribution to Ron Davis. He's on the board of the WDMA, and I used the envelope. But what about the ones that just look at the mailer, see the envelope, and say, I can do that on the web? That's possible. Okay, Mail Fun. First of all, we want to have a special promotion of Mail Fun. All you need is mail. We're having some fun on Friday, 3 p.m. Chicago time. It's a Zoom meeting. All the details of the Zoom link and all the rest are in the WDMA.org. There's a Valentine meetup link in the right up over here in the coming events. And you can go in there and register. And we had a wonderful time at Christmas. And I think everybody enjoyed it. And so now we're having another one. It's one of the few places in the world where you can have some facsimile of touch and talk about direct mail. Good morning. Nivea has lotions. Yeah, I think I knew that, but it's not something I buy much. I buy this stuff. I buy Utterly Smooth. I think it's for dairy farmers, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so I don't buy Nivea, and you get a quart of that for like $5, or maybe it's or a pint. A pint. The trouble is putting it in the little tubes. Anyway, so I hope to see you. Go over to WDMA.org and register so that you get you can click a link and put it on your calendar. You can click another link and get the Zoom thing, but the Zoom thing will be included in the calendar link, so that's cool. Okay, so now let's get back to Summer Gould and her article that you can grab a lot of attention with mail. Now, I understand that Summer's not trying to tell you how to do mail. Summer knows how to do mail. Summer's done tons of mail. She knows how to do testing. Call her up if you're interested in mail, okay? But I think Arturi Montessari wrote the article, maybe, or maybe that was the image that I didn't use. Anyway, she has a bunch of ways: embossing, coatings. I like spot varnish. I've always liked spot varnish on the images to make them pop a little more. Foil stamping. Japs Olsen has a really interesting case with something that they did with die cutting and foil stamping, and I think it was metallic and glitter. They do some incredible work up there. Japs Olsen is one of my corporate members at the WDMA. We would love for you to all join us and encourage our efforts. But sensory input leaves a lasting impression in your projects. And if you want to add another, consider Scent. She says it'll give you great ROI, but again, no, not even one mention of, we did the mailer this way, and then we added metallic foil, glitter, and scent, and we got, 100% more profit per piece. Profit per piece. Don't talk to me about did 30% better than last year. How much more did it cost? Take out the cost of the mailing piece, right? Or if you're doing modeling, take out the cost of the modeling and take out the cost of goods. Good morning, Michelle. Take out the cost of goods. Take out all the costs. Get to the real profit of last year versus this year, and then tell me about mail. Because that's what direct marketing is about. Direct marketing is about figuring it out for real. Not just saying, oh, mail has better engagement. Mail has 100% engagement, which gives us all kinds of other things. But anyway, Summer, always nice to see your smile. Have a great day. Like and share. Your friends will know your